The Spanish told tales of seeing this leather-skinned, ridiculously large beast, but just like you said, it's a shapeshifter. They said they'd see it, and then suddenly it wouldn't be there anymore.
So this is the Prohibition kitchen that we stopped in for dinner. We stopped here once before a while back. It was really good, and we're gonna try it again.
This is a tangerine drink. Try it. Looks delicious.
It's an interesting glass.
It's strong, but it's tasty. Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter, just put it just like.
Yeah.
And then this is the PK signature.
Yeah, perfect.
Can you get rid of these or leave them?
Yes, you.
Thank you.
So here we're looking at the short rib grilled cheese sandwich. And this over here is the PK hamburger.
Yeah, the
PK burger.
It's got a whole bunch
Which has an egg on it, which I've never had an egg on my burger before. So this is uncharted territory for me. And the grilled cheese looks really good.
My friends, my name is Rob, and I do have the privilege and honor of being your tour ghost host this evening for about the next 90 minutes. And it's awesome because I get to take you through the haunted city of St. Augustine. Some say it's one of the most haunted cities in the nation. I'm not here to sell you anything. I'll let you figure that out on your own. Who are my believers? Raise your hand. Who are my I got, oh, yeah. Well, this is going to be easy. I'll tell you what the heck I want. I'll let you see that. Look, there's one right there. No, but seriously, ask that question. You know, as I said, I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm going to show you, and I hope that you're able to show me tonight, because St. Augustine is one of those places. I can't tell you why they're here, but I can tell you that they are. You know, I've got 90 minutes to share stories with you, and I've kind of got to keep us in a, geographically constrained area to do that tonight. But I assure you, if I gave you all, day tomorrow, I could tell you stories all day tomorrow too. We'll do what we can. Now, when we're out here tonight, some things to remember. I won't promise you that you're going to see a ghost. Wouldn't do it if I could. I'm also not going to promise that you won't. And if there's anybody here that was afraid of that, somebody's going to jump out from behind a bush with a chainsaw, that's the wrong place. That's Orlando.
Good.
But tonight, people see weird and strange things on my tour all the time. I mean, weird and strange. Case in point, look right here. Now you know I'm not lying. Things we see. Orbs. Pick a color, any color, because they do, right? Anything about the size of your fist all the way up to the size of your head. They move around, just kind of skitting about. They're not like fireflies that are like on for a couple of seconds and then off. And they move over here and they're on for a couple of seconds and they're off. No, these things just kind of stay on and they just zip all over the place. And that's the way that works. That's one, orbs. Next thing, streamers. Imagine my two fingertips are points of light. And notice how they stay parallel and as they move through the air right there. If you see that on your camera, good chance you got a streamer. Zoom in on it. Typically there will be 2 or 3 or 4, sometimes even 5 streaks of light inside of that. So we'll look at that later. Another thing we happen to see is called a shadow or a shade. What that means is I'm up here talking to you and suddenly half of my face just suddenly is obscured by something dark. Well, right off the bat, your tour's improved. And we're going to go across the street over to the Castillo de San Marcos. That is St. Augustine's ancient fort, and I will share a few things with you along the way. All right, we ready?
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, let's make it so. Please follow me. He completely goes out of his mind. My dog goes into this. He's like, which that's not my dog at all. And I'm like, whoa, Cujo, let's take a moment, you know? And so I'm like, maybe my dog can experience something. Maybe my dog can see something that I can't see. So like I asked you all to do over there and asked how you do here, I said, I'll take out my camera. And I took the pictures of myself. I went click, 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 click. I then picked up my 10-pound dog because, well, he weighs 10 pounds. Carried him to the top of the hill and we continued on our walk. But when I got home later that night, and when I did, that's when my jaw hit the table. Because I didn't see anything. Didn't see a thing out there. But in my picture, it's real, real clear. And I'm going to share that with you now.
Where are we looking?
Oh,
there.
wow. Wow, that's crazy.
Oh, that's a good one.
On that night in question, she got something pretty amazing.
Wow.
Oh, a glowing one.
Yeah. Total girl.
Total girl. That's
In
right.
dress.
The first one I call the lone sentry. This one I call the woman in white.
That's crazy.
Here's what it looks like when a ghost decides to get up and close with you. In fact, this is the best thing I can tell you. I think this is what it looks like when a ghost decides it's going to give you a hug.
Jeez.
So here we go.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Oh, my God.
Notice when I said about shadows and shades earlier, I said iridescent, orange, yellow, and green colors.
Yeah.
Every other picture that this man took up to this point was crystal clear. The Spanish told tales of seeing this leather-skinned, ridiculously large beast, but just like you said, it's a shapeshifter. They said they'd see it, and then suddenly it wouldn't be there anymore, you know, but there would just kind of be that presence that hangs. And that sort of thing has been happening not just in the cemetery. I mean, when you look at the cemetery, forget about the walls, forget about the gates, these are new. This used to be just wide open country, so again, don't discount the legends. Sometimes they're there for a reason, right? I've never seen a Sasquatch. People talk about them. I've never seen the Loch Ness Monster either, but you know what? There's a lot of Scots that'll tell you she's real as the day they were born. Who's to say? Has to be a woman. Yeah. Super fickle, I'm telling you. Just playing. But while we're here tonight, I'm going to tell you another couple of quick stories. I'm going to talk to you about this one right over here. See that little headstone that's all by itself right there? That belongs to J.P. Morgan. Not the rich guy.
I was going to say, no way.
Nope. James Patrick Morgan. He lived here and died November 28th of 1877 at the ripe old age of 5 years old. You see, back then, back in 1877, parents used to do something so cruel to their children, it's almost unspeakable. They used to make them go outside and play. I know, it's draconian, really. But nonetheless, imagine this place without the wall. Imagine this place without the metal bars, the big iron gate. What's it look like to a kid? Playground. It's a park. So anyway, James, he comes out here. He's 5 years old. He's playing with his friends, you know, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's a group of them. Well, they're playing hide and go seek, and James decides he's going to get fancy. He didn't want to hide behind these above ground graves called ossuaries. He didn't want to hide behind a headstone. Nope. My friend James is fancy. So where does he go? He goes up. And back then, well, you had your choice of trees because you see how big this one is here? Up until 2016, it had a sister. She used to stand right over here. Notice the sapling that's there today. Come back in 300 years, it's going to be more impressive. Kind of like this. James, they say, he decided to play a trick on his friends and he went shimmying up the tree. And I mean, to be able to climb up a tree, the size, you'd have to be pretty much a professional climber, am I right? Well, we'll give him credit for that one. But you know what James wasn't? A professional hanger-on. They said old James got up there, got to messing about, and the next thing you know, he tumped over backwards. If y'all notice right over here, see that tombstone? It's not really straight on top. It's kind of crooked. Didn't used to be. That's where James landed. Snapped his neck, snapped his back. They say it killed him instantly.